Probably still about 89. Well, I was just looking at the box office, and I'm kind of surprised that Jordan Peele's Nope was number one. It made 44.3 million, and it's the highest original film opening this year. And I think the highest, one of the highest in the last 5 years. I think the number one was actually Us, which got 71.1 million. So it's doing pretty well. I'm a bit surprised because, I mean, I really liked Get Out until the ending, and I felt it was like a trick ending, a surprise ending, and it kind of undermined the rest of the film. I didn't feel like the film really made sense, or the ending didn't really make sense for the film. And so the same thing with Us. It was kind of good for a while. I liked the premise, but then it didn't turn out the way I wanted or expected, and then it had a twist ending as well. And I kind of felt like Jordan Peele's films were starting to become formulaic, and I wasn't really excited about this one. But apparently other people don't care. They all went to see it. It's doing really well. Now, the second was For Love and Thunder. Now, For Love and Thunder made 22.5 million, but it had a 51.7 drop-off, which kind of sounds bad, but when you actually look at the last few Marvel films, that's actually kind of close to what they had. They're all around the same numbers. Probably the issue, though, is the film cost 250 million, so it obviously has to make more to be profitable. So it's probably profitable at this point, or close to, but it's not, making as much money as other films. Although some films like Spider-Man, which had a huge box office, had, I think, a bigger drop, or pretty much the same drop as this film. So it's all very strange. What else about that? Oh, it's made 276 million domestic, 322 international, so 598 worldwide, which is pretty good. But, obviously a bit disappointing, but not the flop that some people are making it out to be. Now, the next film, of course, was Minions, which had a 32.8 drop-off, which is a lot less than the Fall film. It made 18 million, so that's doing pretty good. I think that might be one of the bigger films for the year. Where the Crawdads Sing, that made 10 million in its second week. I have no idea what that's about. But kind of interesting is Top Gun Maverick is still in the top 5 at week 9 with 16.5 million. So 10.27 million. It was a 16.6% drop-off, which is actually the lowest drop-off, I think, of any film this year or something like that. So that's pretty impressive. The box office overall is 676 million domestic and 647 international, so it's made 1,283 million, which is pretty impressive. And it's actually knocked, I think, the Star Wars The Force Awakens off the top 10 for overall box office, I think. I heard that somewhere, but I didn't have time to check it. So a bit surprised there. And number 6 was Elvis with 6.5 million, so that's still doing pretty well, just like Black Phone was number 8. That made 3.5 million. They're both doing well because they're not big blockbuster Hollywood movies. And then, what do we have for number 9? Oh, Jurassic World, Dominion or whatever. I'm forgetting the names of the Jurassic films. But that made 3.1 million, so that's doing okay. And then rounding it out, we had Mrs. Harris Goes to Paris, which was number 10, just scraping in at 1.4 million. But yeah, I'm surprised. I'm not really surprised. Lightyear isn't even in the top 10 anymore. It made 117 domestic and 97 international, so it's only made $214 million. So that's a big disappointment. And yeah, I'm really kind of impressed that Top Gun is still going and it's doing as well as it is. I'm surprised that Nope did as well as it did. And I'm also surprised that Elvis is doing as well as it's doing. But I just wanted to comment on that. Feel free to share, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think. I'm kind of wondering how big Thor will get, how much money it will ultimately make. Because, I mean, when you're comparing it to things like Spider-Man, it's kind of hard to look at it. But I'm going to go. Thanks.